that's just a fact. And so when you do that trade, you shorten your window, you shorten the expectations. It has to be championship or bust every year. They already made it to the finals with Luka Doncic in 2024. There's only one other thing you can do if you move Luka Doncic. That's getting to the finals, that's winning a championship. Last year, they lost in the play-in game. We saw AD come back in game 1, look like an absolute beast, messes up his adductor. He's out 6 weeks after that. He comes back for the play-in game. He looked like a shell of himself. Then this offseason, he has surgery for detached retina in the offseason. He's not able to do any activities for a period of 6 to 8 weeks. Any player that has his offseason ruined for 2 months, not able to do any activities, you're going to lose cardio, you're going to lose basketball shape. We saw Anthony Davis come in, wasn't his pristine basketball shape, so you're already playing from behind. And the irony of all this is Luka Doncic was traded in February off a calf strain and internal issues with his rehab, with the way his basketball conditioning was. Now you fast forward 9 months later, Anthony Davis, calf strain, concern about his basketball conditioning, and concern about how his rehab is going. He's missed the last 6 games. On Saturday, he wanted to play. He'd been doing 5-on-5, but the organization shut it down. They had fears, from my understanding, this could be a Tyrese Halliburton part 2. They didn't want that. The medical staff didn't want that. So they made the decision, shut AD down. He didn't play Saturday. He didn't play Monday. We'll see if he plays Wednesday against Phoenix. But all of that plays into it. They didn't get the results on the court that they needed, not only from Anthony Davis, but the entire team, ever since making that crazy Charania trade.
I shared this with my audience because, not only are you the ultimate NBA insider, you're the best in the business, but you know what? It ain't just about the information. You know your basketball, which is why it's tricky, because when I bring you on First Take and I bring you on the show here, I'm like this, I don't want to compromise my brother right here because he got his information, got his sources, but you know what the man knows is basketball and stuff like that. But damn, I don't want to be asking him these questions. But I got to ask you this, though, and I don't know if anybody has asked you this, Shannon. If Nico had stepped back and said, you know what, I'm not going to call the Lakers, and I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to call around and see what we can get for Luka, what kind of deal was out there for the Dallas Mavericks other than the Anthony Davis deal that he settled for? Could you tell us what they could have gotten for Luka Doncic last February?
A ton of draft picks. I mean, you think about, if you're trying to make a deal just for draft picks, you can get, Mikal Bridges ended up with a 4 or 5 first. Desmond Bane just got 4 firsts. If you just want draft picks, you could have traded Luka Doncic for 6, 7, 8 firsts. If Desmond Bane is going for 4, Mikal Bridges is 4, 5, whatever that ended up being, I think 5. Right.
Mikal Bridges was 5. Mikal Bridges was 5. Bane was 4. Yes.
A few years ago, Rudy Gobert, we know he went for a massive haul. I think it was 4 firsts, a few swaps. If you want picks, you could have gotten that level of picks, if not more. If you wanted another player, that might be a little bit more difficult. You don't know what's out there. You kind of have to see a player become available. Who could that be? I look at this summer. If they held on to Luka Doncic, and if you got wind that Giannis could be available, could there be something there where you swap Luka for Giannis? Is there something that you could have done with Luka? You kind of just have to wait to see, is there another situation that comes up on the forefront with another player or another star player that becomes available? It's kind of a wait and see. But you probably, hindsight 2020, Patrick Dumont literally said it to the fans. We made a mistake, right? And so they feel like they made a mistake trading for, Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. That's the reality of the situation.
Last question to you, because I know you got to go, because this story is obviously percolating. Everybody's talking about it. You got other responsibilities. Appreciate you making time for me, my man. I'll ask you this last question. Switching to the Lakers because of Luka Doncic, which right now, to me, legitimately arguing he's number 1 in line for the MVP. He's averaging 37, 9, and 9. I'm keeping my eyes on Wemby because he's just on another level himself. But Luka Doncic right now is playing out of his mind. And I'm looking at the Los Angeles Lakers, a 4th seed at 8-3 in the Western Conference right now, all without LeBron James. And I'm saying the most interesting story percolating right now is LeBron James in the NBA. Because when he comes back, it's clearly Luka's show. How is LeBron James going to adjust, not just with playing with Luka on this level, but also not affecting Austin Reeves, who's been balling as well? The Lakers and LeBron James, to me, might be the most compelling story in the NBA. And I think this firing of Nico Harrison, which ultimately brings even more attention to Luka, brings more attention to the storyline I just brought up. To that, you say what?
I say that LeBron James is 40, about to be 41 in year 23. But if there's a player that I know will not have a problem figuring out from a basketball smarts perspective how he fits in, I think it'll be him. I think the bigger question is, what is he going to look like? Like, what kind of LeBron James are we going to see back on the floor? He hasn't played in such a long time. He dealt with a knee injury. Now he's dealing with this sciatica, which is an injury that happens as you get older. And so I'm curious to see how he looks, what kind of LeBron James we're going to get when he's on the floor. But from a basketball smarts perspective, this is the first time we're seeing LeBron James in a position where he's on the floor and he's not the only number one alpha. This is Luka Doncic's team. The moment they went and traded for Luka Doncic, the Lakers did in February, this became his team. Now, whether they wanted to just admit it publicly, he's the face of this franchise. With or without LeBron James on the roster, he's going to remain the face of the franchise. Everything they do is his stamp of approval. It's no longer with the LeBron James input and all of that. But listen, LeBron is a legend. He's a guy, we don't know how much longer he's going to play. If there's a player that's going to figure this out, though, and figure out his role, I think it's going to be.
He's a legend. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest Mount Rushmore of basketball. We will never take that away from him. I'm just interested, and I'm not even thinking about Luka because Luka's don't have the ball in his hands. So I'm not worried about Luka. I'm thinking about LeBron with an Austin Reeves and others because of the way they've been playing with Reeves.
Exactly. And what Reeves is doing, he's looking like an all-star, an all-NBA player right now. Luka Doncic, already we know what he's capable of. He's an MVP candidate. Like, I think LeBron's sitting back probably saying that if there were any questions about this team, you're getting a lot of answers. This team is clearly a contender. This is clearly a team that's competing at a really high level. And then you insert a guy that was a top 15 player a year ago. I think the sky's the limit for this team. But yeah, I mean, you have to let AR be who AR is, and you have to let Luka play like how Luka is.
I'm thinking if LeBron
I think he'll do that.
I'm thinking if LeBron doesn't have an effect, a negative effect on Austin Reeves, and I'm not saying he will, because I don't think he will, because he is a basketball savant. So I'm thinking about him, I'm thinking about Luka. If LeBron James comes back and he figures out, which we know he's fully capable of doing, to be just as effective, albeit in a different kind of manner, being that wide receiver per se, playing in the post a little bit more per se. If LeBron figures that out, Lakers will go to the finals. Lakers go to the finals, man. They got a chance. Last comment from you.
This whole trade and like what we're gonna see from the fallout of it, and if Luka Doncic isn't playing at this level that we're seeing right now, if the Lakers aren't winning at this level, if the situations are reversed, Nico Harrison is still employed. This is the biggest, what have you done for me, the biggest results-based business move that we've seen. Nico put it all out on the line for this trade, and I just can't, I can't fathom how ironic it is that February 9 months ago, Luka Doncic was traded with a calf strain, and now Nico Harrison is fired while Anthony Davis is out with a calf strain.
And that's it. And Anthony Davis, like you said, is 6 years older. And that's ultimately what dooms your faith. It ain't even about Anthony Davis's game, because we know when he's healthy, he's good for 28 and 12 a night. It's really about the fact that he's unavailable, and that's what you traded a superstar 6 years his junior for. That's really what it comes down to. Charania, you are the best.
I have one more final word.
Please, go ahead.
Basketball gods,
Please, go ahead.
The basketball gods, whatever was with the Luka Doncic trade, the basketball gods were not on the Mavericks side at all.
At all. The one and only Charania, the best in the business, the ultimate NBA insider, right here on the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio. Shams, appreciate you, my man. Go do your thing, man. We'll talk later. Take care.
Thanks, Stephen.
All right. He's the best in the business. Make no mistake about it. Proud to have him as a teammate at ESPN. There's nobody better in the world when it comes to basketball insider information than Charania. Take it from me. 888 Mad Dog 6 is the number to call up. It's 888-623-3646. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio. Lots to get into about some NFL action, particularly with the Eagles beating the Green Bay Packers last night 10-7. What does that mean for the whole NFC and the NFL picture? the championship picture. We got a lot to get into about that. You just heard me talking to Charania about the Dallas Mavericks firing GM Nico Harrison because the trade for Luka Doncic to LA for Anthony Davis clearly has not worked out for the Dallas Mavericks, who are 3-8 on the year and is ranked 14th out of 15 different teams in the Western Conference of the NBA. And obviously, by the way, with the way Luka Doncic is playing, looking like a potential MVP candidate right now, I think it's a two-horse race between him and Victor Wembanyama, and San Antonio's 8-2 and the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. It's getting very, very interesting because ultimately, with the way the Lakers are looking without LeBron James, imagine how they could